really,
I didn't see any of that. I need to
yeah.
check it.
I seen it Friday when I got here with it, it's big, it's got a great big square thing on the front, on the door, it'd be the, it's,
Really?
yeah, it's nice.
Good. I'm glad. It was needed.
Mm.
Well, he's been represented.
No, I think he's retired now, I'm not sure which church he goes to.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought he was in that Baptist church out there.
I'm not sure which church he is. He was really one for a month or two, because he's good to go now, he said.
Good to go. That's good.
Mhm.
That's good. Thank goodness I never had to have any pacemakers.
And then you said next month, ask your pastor, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good deal. Glad I was able to say something about that this morning.
Hard to believe another month's gone
Another month's gone by.
by. It's hard to
Going on
believe.
there,
Yeah,
yeah.
it is, yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Greg, ever got back with you,
Really is.
on the way out to the ball field?
Wouldn't be so bad, but makes my birthday come quicker. And that'd be all right too if I wasn't getting older
Yeah.
and more feeble. But just look at the fun we've had.
Do it all over again the same way.
Shoot you up. Well, there's some things I mentioned, not many.
Have we heard from Cheryl? Is she gonna be here?
I talked to her today, I should be here.
Yeah, she's got,
She has a medical problem with her heart.
I don't know. I either see it in this meeting.
part of my watch change she's got.
She's had it ever since she was a kid.
Yeah.
And she'd only have a couple of occurrences a year. Her heart would race. Or sitting in a chair watching TV.
Howdy, neighbor.
How you doing, Jack?
I'm doing good. You all right?
So, are you drinking off my head?
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
And then it
thanks.
slowed
So
down
excuse
too
my
slow.
laziness.
You know what? Fell off.
And it used to be a couple times a year.
That's what I'm trying to do.
And you have plenty of water.
Plenty of water, yeah.
Mr. Car auction, how are you?
I'm good. I
Any lives
didn't see,
over with?
I didn't see you there buying anything.
Yeah.
We sold
With
one-
what?
We sold one car for 98,000 and I kept looking around because I knew it'd be you.
Yeah. 98,000?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
All your whitewater money,
Yeah.
What was it?
or track money.
Yeah.
Eddie, I don't even know. We ran 300 cars through in 2 days, so.
All of them sold for a good price, probably.
I don't know if all of them sold. I was behind the podium, behind the speakers.
Oh,
I
yeah.
could hear them bidding, but then I never did hear whether they sold or.
Were they able to let you out in front where you can see?
You guys got a pen over there you can share?
I'm right next to them.
Keeping you to the back?
Keeping me in the back. They know that they do that.
Jack's got it, so it's right over here.
Well, those kind of prices
Somebody
scare
stole
me
my
to
pen.
death just to hear it.
Somebody
Is that
stole
your
my
phone?
whole
Hope
tablet.
it don't run off on
That's your
me.
phone?
Yeah.
When we had more cars, better quality cars, and more bidders than we've ever had.
Really?
That means the economy's
I'll borrow one of
improving.
yours.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
People
people love
are-
reading it.
People are buying again.
Yeah.
There was about 6 years there that
Oh, man.
car auctions were very good.
Oh, that's right.
Thank you.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
We sold 300 cars, 1 helicopter, and 1 Chris Craft wooden inboard with 2 engines in it, running nose to tail. I don't have any idea how fast that thing would go.
What that one ended, do you remember what that one ended up bringing?
No, I don't.
How long ago was it? 18 foot or something like that?
Probably 23, 22, 23, 24.
I remember you telling us about it, that it was gonna be in there. I'd like to went down and seen that, that's probably a pretty boat.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
Wood and stained and.
I remember the first Chris Craft boat that was ever on Tennessee, back in the 50s. I mean, that thing is, it had so much attention to it that you couldn't hardly get it around anywhere. People wanted to look at that Chris Craft. Inboard, outboard,
Well, this one was a straight inboard
straight inboard.
before they went to inboard, outboard.
Oh, that was a pretty boat.
They sold a bunch of old Mustangs. Those things only bring $300 or $400. Nobody wants them.
Oh, you should have called me.
You still got yours?
Hey, I sold 2 a week ago Saturday, sitting out here by McDonald's.
Yeah.
Cross road. I was going by the window and they called, one of the guys called me and said, "Where you at?" And I said, "Well, I'm looking at you." I said, and so I sold a yellow one, a gray convertible, both of them. And then I sold a hardtop
That's full.
the next week, so I was completely happy. I finally bought one
I
and
know he hasn't done
Yeah.
home because his personal vehicle is still here.
Hey, how are you doing? Good.
He wasn't a little while ago. He and
Oh,
Bill
Bill?
were doing investigative things, I know.
I was a car
He's
auction.
been hard to catch.
I've left him until I was on payroll.
I should
Well,
call
there's
him. I'd
nothing
give him
wrong
some
with
passes.
it.
No,
Find out.
They're all
He's
working.
gathering more information for you.
I love people.
Right.
Yeah, I know. It's-
It's a big deal.
It is a bad deal.
Yeah, I was trying to do it.
All the way around.
All over, I mean,
Bill, how are you?
One time
I got flag football, I gotta go to, and a softball game, hopefully I can catch the last half.
I like convertibles.
Are you posting everything on the internet as we're in here, even before the meeting starts? So just casual conversation? I mean, I'm a journalist, and I don't want my picture on the
So
internet.
you just keep buying.
Well, that's
and see what they
unfortunate.
sell them?
Yeah. And this,
I know we did on,
and usually they're,
did on next month.
this one I've got now.
You can, You can sit right here and avoid the camera.
We got all the LED stuff.
Mine all hurt.
I guess
You know, out
did the
there-
layout for the ball field.
On 160, just
Greg.
past
I haven't
out.
had any chance.
I haven't either.
Tire guys
I
used
just
to
talked
be
with
that-
Angela, and it'll
Yeah.
hopefully maybe
Buildings there.
next week, by next
The
month,
farthest
maybe
building
her and I can
west.
sit down and maybe go through some of the
Man,
office
is
stuff.
Let me know.
Dwayne Bay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sometime.
Right here.
Right here.
Yeah, no, I'm saying like.
He built-
Well, you know, some people, it's not safe for some people to take a picture of that. I don't even have a Facebook.
Well, this is a public,
Well, I know, but right
Little
now,
bit.
yeah, it is. This room is always public.
well, I understand. I'm a journalist.
We are.
I understand that.
Two people.
It's still a bit
They change
intrusive,
everything.
you know?
Well, that's unfortunate.
When the
but you're-
meeting starts, I
Unfortunate.
understand.
I find
Well, if I had
most-
cooperation, you know, somebody would tell me before they started, I might do it
Well,
that
we
way.
always.
But I don't get any cooperation.
I know, but there's a process that
So when I
happens.
don't get.
You can hear when we do the pledge of allegiance.
Yeah, but-
We're starting the meeting.
No, but it takes me a while to get everything going.
Oh,
Well, everybody has their opinion.
Yeah.
I apologize. I'm gonna go home. I've put in 3 hours already today anyway with this case. So I'm not gonna make the meeting. Michelle's gonna be.
All right, good to see you.
So,
So what's the name of your
I'm logging
website?
out.
Forsyth.City,
Forsyth what?
.city.
We'd rather have her than you anyway.
Well, I fixed that.
And I put things up there like the
There she
entire
is.
city ordinance code. And that's helpful for a lot of people.
Cheryl.
And what's your name?
Jason Johnson.
Yeah.
Hello.
Cheryl, how are you?
Y'all like the Pledge of Allegiance, so I thought I would introduce you to some history of the Pledge of Allegiance. Now, you're welcome not to read it if you don't want to, but,
I don't want one.
well, your office does.
No, my office doesn't.
Well, it's a public record now that you have a quorum.
That's Cheryl then.
After this week, 9 weeks done,
Moving away, huh?
27 left.
Counting it down already. Waiting for that 3-month vacation.
I got big plans.
Go Tricks.
I gave you years' notice when I was ready to retire. And I can tell you every day how many days for that. 273. No, I know.
Towards the end of the year, every year after retirement.
Oh, do you?
Something like 1,800
Is your cell phone working here?
It's my cell phone.
No, does it work?
Just for fun, I
here?
do.
Oh, the internet doesn't work. I don't know whether
And
the
the
calling
card,
works.
yeah,
I've never
yeah.
used it. I just know my Safari doesn't move.
I have a lot of problems. It's something to do with this building.
You're after this one?
Probably the
Zero
board.
in
Like
on
the
it.
concrete.
No.
No,
It's
it's on.
metal,
Third
so
way
it
home.
interferes with the lives and.
Figure you'll be working until I die, so impending retirement. Good evening.
Have the letter in your box.
So let's get this show on. Go back, but you need some privilege.
Sure will. Our Father, we come before you now, thanking you for your love to us.
Yes.
And certainly the sign that says, in God we trust, we do, and here at Forsyth, we trust in you, Lord. We thank you for the years that you've given us together. Thank you for the work that's been done. Thank you for what you're doing. And I thank you for these men and ladies who are in this council of the city. I pray, Lord, that you be close to them, bless them, and to put their trust in you to know that you are our God. And I pray for our nation as a whole. Oh, Father, I pray that you'll do a work as we see the hardships of trying to figure out where we're at. Oh, God, I pray that we'll look to you for guidance. We pray, Lord, that you'll lead us now, keep us together, keep us looking to you, and thank you for these that are in leadership in our city here. In Jesus' name, amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. See, please. Okay, we're starting.
No, you started before.
First on the agenda is Mr. Parker. There he is.
Me.
That's you, okay. What was your concern, sir?
I'm the chaplain for the Taney County Jail.
Okay.
And also, the mission project is taking people who get out of the jail back to Branson or Hollister so that they're not walking our streets and the highways, especially the highways, because there are two things: I don't want to see anyone get killed. And the second thing is I don't want to see somebody kill somebody and then it ruins their life, whether it's a grandmother or a teenager. They're going to live with that forever that they killed somebody. So I've been doing it for the last 4 or 5 years, which is no big deal. Okay, that's fine. And it's generally people from the county that's been released, and that's fine too. But here recently a situation has come up, and I just want to bring it before the city council. I talked to the police chief before. He said I need to come and see you guys. He was concerned, and so he had the same concern I had. And it just started not too long ago, and the situation is this, is Branson, who decided to close down their city jail and bring their prisoners to the Taney County jail, which is not your problem. The next thing is the fact that they bring them over for a 12 and 24-hour hold, which means that if they're on hold, if they pick them up at 2 o'clock in the morning, they will release them at 2 o'clock in the morning. It's 3 o'clock in the morning or midnight. And I've been giving people rides who call me in the middle of the night, and that doesn't bother me to do it. But the thing is that I don't get all the calls, and I don't get all the people. And I believe in other places and talking to others that Branson, who brings over, or Hollister, or any metropolitan city that brings people to the county jail and houses them there for a 12 or 24-hour hold because they don't want to do it in their city, and then turn it loose in our city and just let them do whatever, is giving their problems to our city. This is my feelings. I give these people rides, I listen to their stories, and I know that not all of them are just people who came down and had a good party, got thrown in the jail to sober up or whatever. I do know that in the last, from my information I got, the guy who was in the shootout was actually brought over from Branson, put in our jail, and was released from our jail, from the county jail, because Branson didn't bring the paper. They didn't come and get him or anything, the county just let him go because they're supposed to do that. They're doing what they're supposed to do, okay? The thing is Branson is doing that consistently, and what they're doing is they're letting people out in our city, and I live in this city, in our city to walk our streets. I've given a couple people rides already who got out at 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning, didn't know where to go. They didn't get the word because they put them in a holding cell, and so they don't know where to go, and everything's closed except Casey's. The people who's in the jail, and I visit every Friday, I go in to do a church service, I tell them to go to the Conoco, if it's open, or Tacoma Inn. John, who works at Tacoma, works with us. He's been doing it for years with me and Pastor Dennis. They call me, I get a rider, I take them over, get them out of our city, get them safely back to Branson, and that's what I generally do. The thing is those people have nothing. But Branson, who brings them over, should come over and pick them up and take them back. And the concern I have, and I've talked to other people who've worked in the jail ministry and prison ministry and also police officers, this is we're going to have an incident in our city. And it's not if, it's when. That we're going to have somebody who really is cold, don't know where to go, they don't have a clue where they're at. They're going to break into somebody's house, or they're going to steal somebody's car. Somebody's going to get hurt. Either they're going to get hurt, or the person that they break into their house is going to get hurt. Because they don't care. Most of them are okay, but there's a few of them, just like the guy who got out, who shot it out with the police. He's one of those guys who doesn't care. And I'm afraid, I'm really afraid that somebody is going to get hurt because they're letting them out during the night. Our normal hours for the county jail is like from 8 to 5. But these guys are getting out on a 12 and 24-hour hold, so whenever they take them in, that's how they're letting them out. Also, however they take them in, whatever they're wearing, that's what they're wearing when they leave. That means that if they're cold and they've been down the road a couple of times, they're gonna break in somewhere to get what they need, either to stay warm or to get some transportation. And I'm just afraid that somebody's gonna get hurt. And the way it is down here, I found even in myself, we protect the stuff that we have. Just like the lady at Forsyth that came home and found those people in her house and she shot the guy. Either somebody who's just trying to get out of the cold that really doesn't have a bad reputation or anything, just got drunk and partied too much, but was on a 12-hour hold, is going to get shot by a local citizen, or some local citizen's going to get hurt. I'm not opposed to them bringing the people over. I understand their situation. They're trying to save money and it works out for them. But they should come, I believe, and pick up their people and take them back to their city, because it's their problem, not our problem. But letting them out in our city is becoming our problem, and it's going to happen. Now, I have no idea what we could do. I thought of something, and if there's an ordinance that says that anyone who brings from any municipality to the county jail, they cannot release a person within the city limits of Forsyth. They have to come and get them, take them home or something. I don't know what could be done, but I just want to give you guys a heads up that there's something that's going to happen. And Branson, here's the deal: somebody steals a car or someone gets hurt, the people in Branson's going to say, "See, that is really tough. I'm sure sorry about that." What about the grandma or the person or the guy whose daughter was raped or whatever, or his wife? You're going to tell them that you're just sorry because you were too tied up in your stuff or whatever your problem is that you wouldn't come over. Let me tell you a story. I took a kid home. They brought him over here and housed him, took him back to court in Branson, brought him back to our county jail because he didn't take his stuff with him. And the police officer who brought him back drove off and left him there. He picked up the stuff and walked out the door. Why couldn't that police officer took him back to Branson? Because the judge released him over in Branson. So
if the county, to me, it seems like if the county says we will take your prisoners on a 12-hour hold, whatever, and Branson or Hollister brings somebody over, then that becomes the county's responsibility. Period. They've accepted it, they wanted it, or they wouldn't have accepted it.
Well, see, the precedence on this is the fact that Springfield did that. They brought people down to turn them loose here because I gave them rides back to Springfield, or got them a bus ticket back, and they changed that and said, "Oh no, we can't do that. Now, if you bring somebody down from Springfield, you got to take them back from Springfield." If that applies to Springfield,
How did that get changed?
people complained about it.
I mean, through the city council?
No, through the judges, or through the, well, I don't know how I got it fixed. I don't know if Jimmy Russell fixed it with the guy who runs, with the sheriff up there, or how that worked. But I know they fixed it because, and that was prior to the election. So they got that fixed so that they wouldn't, they don't bring somebody down unless they take them back. And I think the same thing should apply to Branson. If it applied to Springfield, it should, because like I said, it's our city.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid someone is gonna, have a situation. The chief said that he was gonna go over and talk to Jimmy Russell. I don't know if he did or not. I haven't communicated with him since he told me to come in and tell you guys and voice my concern. So I don't know if there's how that would work, or whose responsibility it is or anything. I just want everybody to know that it's not when, or if, it will happen sometime with these people.
Something I would just like to add to what he's saying. We had a personal experience happen last week. Dave was outside overseeing some work, and a guy come up with a backpack and was a little on the arrogant side and wanted to do some work and have my husband take him back to Branson because he had just gotten out of jail. He had no idea where he was or anything. And my husband said no, and he said, "Well, do you have someone you can call?" And he says, "My grandmother." And he wanted my husband's phone. He said, "No, you tell me the number and I'll call her." And he put her on speakerphone. And she was really giving him what for. And so, then the guy grabbed my husband's phone and started to take off, and Dave stopped him and told him, you know, you get back here right now. And then the grandmother really got onto him. And so it ended up being that, he walked back up to the jail, and the grandmother was coming over to pick him up from there. But yeah, I understand exactly what you're saying.
I think it's something we need to explore.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have to work this out.
We need to open it up with the county first, and then.
Yeah, and we need to see what.
Yeah, so I just wanted to let you be all be aware of it.
Thank you.
Okay, because I don't want it to be one of those deals where somebody goes, no one told us. We didn't have a clue, because you guys probably never get to associate with the people who get out of county jail like I do.
Well, I've been hit up at prime time before. When
Prime time calls me. I got my
When
card
somebody got out of jail and then wanted to ride back to Branson, and I'm like, nah, and then, well, do you have money that I could pay, you know, for a phone call? And I'm like, no, you know, I mean, I just kinda.
Well, I left my card at prime time, and they call me, or they go to T-Como, and John, who's really been really great for the last couple of years, calls me, and either me or Pastor Dennis, and we'll continue to give these people rights. I don't want to see anybody get killed walking these highways, not in our city, but I mean walking the highways. A lot of them don't even know where they're at. They haven't got a clue where Forsyth is, and they're gonna go a different direction. So if anyone says, well, I live down toward Taneyville, and they ain't gonna affect me, yeah, it will, because I've seen them head out that direction because they didn't know where they were going. You know, they didn't have a clue. So it is I think it's gonna be our problem, and Branson's putting their problem on our problem. That's how I look at it. And if something goes wrong, they're just gonna say, gee, we're sure sorry about that, which is, to
If you
me.
get that much, you'll be lucky.
But anyway, so that's all I'm gonna say.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks.
Appreciate it very much. Yeah, let's put that down. We need to get started on that. Yeah. Well, any suggestions y'all got, give them to Cheyenne, and we'll get started on this with a letter.
Yeah,
let's go.
especially you talk to Jimmy, you probably get the new police chief, Branson involved in that too.
Get a round table discussion, find
Yeah.
out what we can do. Yeah. Okay, you got that? Okay. Now we, approval for the member on the Board of Adjustments.
Yes, Miss Betty's here. So, Betty's on.
Okay.
She's, like Miss Boyce, who's already on the board, so Sam had told me about her, so I asked her to come tonight so you guys could all meet her and see if she would be our final person that we need on the board, as we got the two gentlemen last month, but Dave and Cheryl.
Ask me the question.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch the name.
Betty Tsang, T-S-A-N-G.
Thank you, Betty. Glad to have you.
You know, this is a big responsibility.
Well, I handled them.
You've had
I'm just
experience
joking.
with this?
Ain't nothing.
Well, no, not really. I have experience in doing cases for workers. I did arbitrations, EOC complaints, MSPB hearings.
Sounds like you're qualified.
Yeah, it makes you qualified. Thank you.
I'd like to
Wish of the
motion
board.
to approve Betty Song for the Board of Adjustments.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Good deal.
Thank you.
All right, Nathan, you got a firefighter that you want to introduce?
I'd like to introduce Mike Majors to you guys. He has put an application in with us. He has came over from Western. He bought a house over here a couple months ago. He was with Western Tanny for about 14 years and moved to our community, and he snatched him up pretty quick. But I would like to get your guys' blessing and approval. Accept his application as firefighter.
Well, like I said, you just gotta watch.
Watch him.
You just gotta watch him. Yeah.
Looks like he has some experience. That's really
He does.
good.
He's got a lot of training on board, which will help out, will help the get him acclimated in the department a little quicker and things like that. set in with several of his officer interviews with Western and excellent firefighters. So we're excited.
Not often you get a qualified volunteer.
It's hard.
I'll make a motion that we accept Mr. Majors as a new firefighter.
I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye. Lucky board, bud.
Board.
Yep. Good luck, man. Just tell me you're not driving our new ladder truck, please.
Not yet.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Brian? Now, this gentleman is going to give us some figures and some ideas and so on. And this is only from the standpoint of my request that we start looking and getting our mindset on different type of power. Brian's already got it in his house, and I just wanted to see what kind of cost, what kind of payback, if any, we might have in the city. And he came in and give me a thumbnail sketch of what it was this past week, and I'm impressed. If I had a house, I'd probably buy some of it, but I don't have, so that leaves me out. Anyhow.
I had to sleep in the streets too.
Well, somebody's got to. Now, this is in no way, shape, or form a bid. It's just this estimate of what it could cost us today. Of course, if we wait 2 years, 3 years down the road, it's gonna be a different figure, so therefore, these is just nothing more than just an example. So we don't want to look at it as any kind of a bid form.
You got one more?
Yeah, I think I'm
We did 3 West Contain County firehouses as well. So, excuse me, I was up on that sick log, I lost the allergies. Around about 30-second delay, so forgive me. I think the first thing you have there is the picture of the garage with the panel placement. We have 2 different bids. Oops, these are not bids, I'm using the wrong, but they're quotes.
Yeah.
For what they are. And they're 2 different sizes. Because after speaking to the Department of Energy, Economic Opportunity here in Missouri will offer you 2.99% loans. You pay it back with your savings. So on the first one, that combined with the municipal building are basically 100% offsets. You'll still have bills in the winter because you have basically electric business to January and February, you know, heavy bills. So the days are shorter, electric heat's the most inefficient heat there is, so you will have a little bit of bill in the winter, but you'll get some credits coming from the summer. So I sized the system a little smaller as well, so you'll see 2 different quotes there for 2 different sizes. There's like a 92 KW system and a 74 is what they are. Let me pull these up.
It's like 85, or 30 and 62.
Right, so that'd be the 92, that's the 100% offset. And there should be one in there for 74, would you not get one of those?
Yeah, first page.
Okay. So, and I need to put these figures and I can email these to you. I just talked to Chan at the Department of Economic Opportunity on the way here. They're willing to loan approximately $105,000 on the smaller system and $122,000 on the larger system. These are all that they're all willing to go.
You said that's 2.9,
2.9.
and that's locked in for,
10-year loan. I'm sorry, it's 11-year loan, and you pay it bi-monthly. And they go over, I have to send a proposal to them, and they go over it to make sure it's accurate and it's gonna produce what it says it does. We sold one of the, Cisco Greenfield schools, they took advantage of the loan. It was about a $600,000 project, $700,000 with LED. So this proposal also, we will come in here and probably do LED lighting and tighten up the ductwork and do some energy efficiency measures to get a 25% reduction in the bill by energy efficiency as well. It's cheaper to reduce your bill than it is.
Is there any way that you could break that down into what you're gonna update everything to LEDs?
I
and
can't,
all
because
that?
I won't be doing the audit, but once the audit's done, you'll get a full bill report on every energy efficiency measure you
Okay.
take.
Yeah, because we've already talked about doing that, and we have a couple of people that's already had quotes and stuff, and we just gotta sort it out a little bit, but.
Okay, yeah, we could probably do that if it comes down to the form of bid. We also thought about maybe talking about replacing your heat pump already. We know it's only a year old, but they didn't do you any favors. It's a 13-seater, they could have gotten a lot more efficient. That's why your electric bills are so high. You're paying 3 times more heating than you are cooling. And I have all those numbers and they're right on the spreadsheet too. So the way to read this, so the 74.2 kW, that's combined. That is both the garage and the municipal building. So the way to read this is that it says in the upper left-hand corner, utility charges avoided. That's how much of your electric bill on average every month we're getting rid of with solar and the energy efficiency. So it says $1,045.58. That's money off your Empire bill that you want to pay. We use a 6% rate of inflation because that is the average rate of inflation over the past 30 years for electricity in Missouri. Our Empire just got a 7% price increase last year. They had about a 14, the year before that was 15. We took a couple year break, and then 6 years previous to that, they had total 48% price increases. With Obama and the new EPA emission, regulations coming out of coal-fired power plants, Missouri gets 83% of all our electricity from coal-fired power plants. Those emissions, if they're gonna enforce, doesn't bode well for the future of electricity prices in Missouri. We spend $1.7 billion going back and forth to Wyoming just to bring coal that's cleaner than to burn. So, we use a 25-year projection because that's what the warranty on the panels are. They last longer than that, but because that's what the warranty is, you can't go beyond that without projection. So, it says in the upper right-hand corner, the second line, 25 years of utility bills. That's what you would pay Empire if you didn't go solar or do the energy efficiency measures over 25 years, just under $700,000. This $1,045.58 bill that you're paying to Empire every month, that we're offsetting in 25 years would be $4,200 basically. So, this is one of the few things that you can actually, it's a variable cost, turn into a fixed cost. Net savings on this system over 25 years is $545,000. Some change. We'll probably get you a new ladder truck. Total project cost, $168,294. That's what we get paid to install it. Now you get a rebate back from Empire on each one of these. There is an error on this. The second rebate's about $9,400. I only have room for one rebate on the spreadsheet. So where it says utility rebate, $12,500, that's a rebate for the meter on the municipal building. You're not eligible for the 30% federal tax credit because you don't pay taxes. So I put the second rebate down there, but I did fail to change it when I went to the smaller system. So it's $9,400. This is the second rebate amount for the meter on the garage.
So what we would do is float you the amount of the rebates on the promissory note for 0%. Once you got the rebates back from Empire, you just cut us a check. You don't have to worry about financing or coming out the money out of your pocket. So what this system would end up costing you after your rebates is $146,354 to generate just under $700,000 worth of interest. I'd say that's good service for taxpayers. And we know our numbers are spot on. So we've done business with O'Reilly's, Mercy Hospital, Farmers Market, Springfield, Greenfield Schools. Western County.
I will say I'm in favor of pursuing this, but we definitely need to go through a process, get formal bidding.
Who opened that?
Something I think that we can explore for sure.
Yeah, I think I agree. Yep.
It's got greater flavor to it than I ever thought it would have. Of course, I had never talked to you about dollars and cents on yours,
Yeah.
but, you know, I had no idea what we'd be looking
I
at.
purchased time for you.
But Mercy, when he sat here and sat there in the office and told me all of this, good land to live in. I ain't the smartest man in the world, but I believe I could go for that.
I think it's something we need to look into.
Yes.
White River has a system and they have a really nice monitoring. So they have logs of all of its output. And it's really informative for this area, what you can expect for yield and output.
Yeah, this system will come with monitoring as well.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know what the next step would be as far as exploring.
Is there anything that can happen to the panels? You mentioned there was a 25-year warranty. What does that warranty cover?
It's a production warranty. They have a 10-year warranty on the manufacturer of them. And we've seen very few of them fail. As far as the structure of them, hail can damage them. Large hit. It's got to be really big hit. I can show you a video of a cue ball piece of hail hitting 125 mile an hour in a testing facility.
But a lot of that is also covered by insurance.
Right. You have to let your insurance company know that you have.
Which was
Like Houston earlier this year, Houston flooded really bad. I'm in forums with some of their installers. It went through the panels and through the roof. It's all that size piece of hail. They had pictures of inside the attic. It was just daylight. But if hail damages these panels, you're gonna have a claim for it. Because there's gonna be damage.
So you have the 10-year on the production side.
I'm sorry, 20-year on the production side and 10-year on the manufacturing. So it's a 25-year warranty on the production. Says at 10 years, they're guaranteed to be producing a minimum of 90% efficiency. At 25 years, they're guaranteed to be producing 80% efficiency.
And did you say 80%?
inverter warranty,
10 years.
10-year.
They last a lot longer if they're cleaned yearly.
This is not an open meeting. He's doing a presentation.
You might have some shading issues. You'd have to have shade analysis done. But we signed contract with the shading analysis. The beautiful sugar maple right here. It's gonna be a problem late afternoon. Your flagpoles in the winter get a little bit. I actually saw the shadow of the flagpole, but we use panels that have DC optimizers in them, and what they do is regulate voltage. Most companies will add them to them after the fact, one per panel. The panels we use have 3 DC optimizers in each panel. So you have 6 rows of 10 cells, and there's 1 DC optimizer for every 2 rows, so it's keeping the voltage regulated. If you didn't have those, and say you got a 40% shading on one panel, every single panel on that string goes down.
Was good, yeah.
DC optimizers help alleviate that.
And Chris's Christmas tree out there too.
Yeah, say that.
Yeah, the garage too, I couldn't really, I went out and visited a couple Saturdays ago, and I couldn't tell if the trees across the street are gonna shade that one or not. I didn't wanna be nosing around down there too much on a Saturday, with nobody there, and get locked up in your jail and thrown out in the streets here. I have to call the pastor to ride home next week. Are those are those the city streets? Do you know which ones I'm talking about? So the garage is here, there's a street here and then the post office, it's in between
Yeah,
the post office.
yeah,
and
City Street,
Yes. So they can be removed if they need.
yeah. There's the man's in charge of it right there anyhow, so he can tell you.
You said, are there city streets?
No, are those the city streets
Trees.
between the post office and the street? There's a little strip of land there between.
No, that's post office.
Those are the post office.
Obama won't care if we cut it.
Well, it's spiked with some poison on it.
Yeah.
I think yeah, I know it does. The picture of the panels on the buildings actually tell you how many trees they'll be planting over the lifetime of the system. So the 62.5 kW system that's going up on this building is the equivalent of planting 1,562 trees every year for 25 years.
Good
So nice
land.
little fort over there. I don't know how much. That's as far as the carbon being taken out of the air, the CO2.
I think something we can explore and
Yeah.
move forward on.
Yeah.
Because,
When we get to the point of where we're ready to go out on bids, you'll get a quote for invitation.
The application for Department of Economic Opportunity for the loan, it has to be in by January 13th, I believe it is. And then they give award letters in February.
Okay.
Thank you.
That helps.
One other question,
Sure.
is there anything that we would have to do to any of our existing roofs as far as a crack or anything?
The metal building, it lasts basically forever. How old is that's a rubber flat roof over there, no rubber membrane?
About 5, 6 years.
You probably want to check the manufacturer to make sure we may have to check with them actually, to make sure we're lining up to avoid any warranty on that you have, but we have to do that greenfield as well.
And we have till when now, January?
January 13th. To get the application for the loan.
That's just the application.
Yes. And they're usually approved in February. You're paying 10 cents a kilowatt, so they are competitive loans. With a 10 cents a kilowatt hour, you're in good shape. You're paying more than greenfield was.
we can explore that. There's probably multiple options there as well.
Any other questions?
Thank you for your presentation.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
We do it with the homes as well.
Oh, I do have one more question. If you had a panel go bad after the time on that, how much does it cost to replace that?
In 25 years, who knows? It drops 80% in the last 5 years. Just the bottom's pretty much fallen out. Who knows what kind of technology is going to be. It's a lifetime these days in technology. A new panel today is going to be about $300.
Good enough.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. All right, on the HDR pay request, reaffirm the phone vote.
Make a motion that we reaffirm the phone vote taken on 9/23/16 for HDR.
Second. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
You got 503. First reading, 503. Weed regulations.
Motion to read Bill 503 by title only.
Second motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Bill number 503, ordinance amending section 220.010 of the city code by deleting subsection 220.010.A.2 concerning weeds, grass, or plants.
Motion to approve the bill.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, Chris, you want to talk a little bit about the bids for the asphalt?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago, we put an ad in the paper, asking for bids, for asphalt repairs. As you all know, we've been hunting the elusive leak in Swan Valley. We found one leak and didn't find it. Found out that the other water was a spring, actually, after all these years. So, we damaged a lot of asphalt in that area. We put ad in the newspaper, asking for bids. We only had one response of a sealed bid, and I actually called 2 people, and the other one didn't call back. I called twice for Springfield City, and they didn't respond to the paper or the phone calls. So we just received one bid, and so you have that tonight, and this is for asphalt repairs in Swan Valley, both those leaks, and then some in Oremus, up on the Rocky Top Road or whatever, that first subdivision. They had a house built there and had some damaged
Flat top.
Thanks, Larry. Had damaged some streets there, so we're gonna do those repairs also.
In the bids.
It's a sealed bid.
Do we have anything, documentation showing the contact with the other potential bidders? Copies of?
We have a newspaper article that we put it out for bid.
Okay.
If it's too high, you can reject it.
And I called,
And then I'd contact the county and see who does their contract payment.
there's really not many people out there to do it.
We have a standard.
It's a fly-by-nighter guy, or it's advanced asphalt does, all of Table Rock Asphalt's contracting now. It's really just 2 dogs in the fight anymore. And the other one gets beat so much, he didn't respond, I guess.
Yeah.
So it was a long trip from Springfield to get beat again.
So these people here, Advanced Paving out of Kimberly City, $16,479.
What were you kind of anticipating, or did you kind of have an idea?
15 to 20.
Okay, so it's in line.
We tore up a lot of asphalt, but there was a lot of water leaking into people's yards, a lot of potential for liability.
Your recommendation.
It is my recommendation to accept that. I don't know what other alternative we have. If we accept it now, as long as we have 50 degrees and rising, we can get asphalt before winter time, so folks don't have to drive on.
That'd be a good deal.
Gravel to gravel, not promise anything. I mean, they're really busy. It took them several months to get to the walking trail. And by the way, that's finished. They've done a nice job on that.
Same outfit?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
It was advanced out of, Lampy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they haul in big, huge boulders, for, bank stabilization. So in the case of flood again, it was a flood remediation project. Hopefully it'll stabilize that bank and won't let it undermine like it did.
Bill, in your opinion, what we've done with advertising for bids,
Yeah,
and
it's,
it's legal across the board on this?
yes.
Okay.
On the other hand, you are not required by law to accept the offer. You've
Yeah.
been rejected, and keep going if you want to, but if Chris believes that that's a reasonable bid, then.
I was just going by their cubic foot price last job, and I estimated that much.
Okay.
Motion to approve advanced paving, $16,479.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Anybody like to make a motion for the minutes of the last meeting?
I do.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I do like that.
Yep.
Bills for approval, that's Cheryl's job.
Sure.
Motion to approve the bills from September the 22nd for $58,704.25. September the 29th, $15,444.92. October the 6th, $35,826.66. October the 13th, $43,531.11.
Second.
Rude?
Aye.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Finance financial statement.
On your bank balances sheet, you can see that we are up a little bit over last year in our cash balances. Our first revenue expense report for the year looks good. Revenues are coming in as expected. I did get this month's sales tax receipts this last week, and we're up just barely 1% over last year, but it seems to be pretty consistent so far.
Good
No
deal.
big surprises there.
Motion to approve, accept financial statements as of September 30th, 2016.
Sorry.
All in favor?
Aye.
Approval of transfers, September 22nd through October 13th.
Motion to approve the transfers during that time period.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Nathan had to go, but approval to apply for the AFG grant. Is anybody familiar with that grant?
Do you know what the time frame is on it to get it sent in?
I don't.
Pretty quick.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think it's,
I think it's the end
we
of
need
this
to go,
month.
yeah, we need to jump on this. So.
And he told me that his goal was to apply for the grant for a tanker or engine, so that we would have more water shuttling capacity than we have now.
Is it a matching grant or is it 100% or what's?
It's generally a 10% match,
10,
but
yeah.
some years they waive that.
This is the AFG is the one that I think we apply for every year. We didn't get it last year because we put down for a fire, or for the ladder truck last year, and they weren't doing, for the ladder truck, they were doing more personal PPE stuff, I think, everything, so this is
What
what,
do you think the chances are of getting a tanker?
I don't know, it's just hit and miss, you know, it's pretty much you put your application in and they decide, well, okay, let's go towards tankers instead of engines, or let's go ladder trucks instead of that, and then, you know, whatever you put in for, you're thrown out or put in the pile.
I make a motion that we authorize Nathan to apply for this.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
We can inform Nathan.
Yeah. And then, I'll give you an update. I don't know if everybody knows or not, but we got our new ladder truck back, looking all spiffy. I think he's getting, all the equipment, transferred over and everything, and I know we got a tickle fire chief, so. And it looks good. I went by this weekend, they had it out. I didn't stop, but I was in a hurry, but yeah, it looks nice, so. And then, what, they're having that open house on the 29th from 5 to 7 to show it off.
I put that on radio this morning too, so hopefully we'll get good turnout on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was kind of joshing with me yesterday about, he said, what, 2 tires for that truck, almost $1,800. But the thing about it is, they last a lifetime. So, never have to buy a tire again.
You said that is the 27th, that's a Thursday?
29.
29.
29th, okay.
Yeah.
29th.
29. Okay, reappoint the park board,
Motion to reappoint Stacy Brady.
Second it.
favor?
Aye.
Now, your update.
Didn't have much to really talk about. The walking trail's been repaired, as Chris said. One of the things that we mentioned, security apparently up there has been kind of an issue with the reconstruction. People have been kind of tampering up there. So when we get electricity done, they put a security line up there.
You talking about top of the
Up
hill?
at, yeah, the Shellsman Park, yeah, the new park, so.
What have they damaged so far?
What did they damage in there? Chris, anything? Or did they try to break in the doors, so. The door, basically, they tried to break in already, so some things like that,
I heard about that, I thought maybe it might have been something
but, no,
else.
I don't think so. And then, the riding club, they had an event this month, the bull riding event,
Yeah.
I think, sounds like it went very well.
I was down there. I was very pleased with the turnout, very pleased with the event. It was professionally done. The guys did a great job down there. They put it on wonderfully.
And then they are having horse show and trunk or treat in the arena on October 28th.
Right, yeah.
Uh,
They're doing a bang-up job.
Yeah, I think so.
Glad to have him back.
Yeah.
Me too, me too.
It was nice to pull in and see the people there, and they said the night before was just as many people as what there was when I went Saturday night.
You went Saturday night?
Yeah.
I was on there Saturday night, some of them told me there was more there Friday night.
Was they?
Yeah, there was done.
And they've got lights up now. Dave Michelle,
Yes.
a friend of mine with BBC Electric, went down with his bucket truck and put the lights up for him in the pool. Donated it.
Good deal.
And then, we're still working on ball field light bids, so.
Are we any closer to getting those?
Yeah.
I haven't,
Yeah.
The three of us need to.
yeah, I have to open the email and get it figured.
Yeah, we got all that stuff back. It's just, Angela and I will sit down and go over city hall type stuff. And hopefully, you can get in on that. We'll just go through it all and
Just let me know. Tuesday,
See what we're at.
Okay. Larry, you got anything else to say?
No, sir.
Nothing new going on?
No, I'm just trying to finish up what I've had going for a while.
Well, you're a finisher, ain't you?
Motion to adjourn.
second.
I have business. I'm gonna make a motion under the Sunshine Act for all rules pertaining to this meeting. Doesn't matter, you have my request, you got 48 hours.
48 hours for what?
You should Google Sunshine Act, because I have the right to request documentation.
What right do you have to come in here and just raise hell? That's what I want to know. Let's go outside.
I've got,
Let's go, come on,
no,
let's go
don't
outside.
touch me, sir.
I
Do
need
not
to visit
touch me,
with
sir.
you. I'm gonna
Do
be
not
more
touch
touch
me,
you.
sir.
Should get the book, How to Make Friends and Influence People.
You sure does.